hello, hello, hello. One more time for the YouTube vibrations. What's good? What's good? Y'all on here live and early and in effect, and I love it. You gotta love it. How y'all doing? Happy Tuesday. Welcome to another wonderful, amazing edition of Keepin It Playa. I am your boy, your true player and friend, Ceddy P. Y'all let me know how y'all doing. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're feeling blessed. Shout out to my boy Jared. I know he feeling good with his boys in the championship in the finals. Shout out to my girl Michelle Lee. Hope y'all are doing good tonight. Happy Tuesday. We got a lot to discuss and talk about tonight. As always, if you having a good time, if you just want to make yourself known, drop something in the comments. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to watch that thing on that wide screen, or keep it horizontal, because this face was made for the tizoob. That's what they say. Now, tonight's episode is appropriately titled Ice Cube really was on all that, talking about we be clubbin'. We be clubbin'. For those old enough to remember both We Be Clubbin' as well as the show All That, the legendary show All That, there was once an episode when the musical guest was none other than the West Coast legend Ice Cube. And you gotta put this in the context, y'all. You really gotta put this in the context. We Be Clubbin' was featured on the soundtrack for the Playas Club. Shout out to Turtle YT. Uno, dos, tres, cuatros. For the sub. Appreciate you for subscribing. Gotta get them subs up, you know what I mean? Queen P, what's good? From Ceddy P to Queen P. How you feeling? If this your first time watching, what I need you to do is drop the emoji with the sunglasses in it. But that being said, going back to what I was saying. So Ice Cube is on this children's variety show, this children's sketch show, singing We Be Clubbin'. And if I may, please allow me to sing some of the lyrics from We Be Clubbin', just so you to get an understanding. And this is before I look them up. The ones I remember. Take it off, make it soft. Break it off, break it off. Shake it off, take it off. Break it off, make it soft. He's singing this in front of the kids. Not to mention little Billy out here. Bumping and banging, that ain't nothing wrong. Get you hitting that dub C. Shout out to Dub C. Every time I travel to LA, soon as I touch that ground, hit that Dub C. Shout out to my boy Dre. Only the real ones know how to hit that proper C walk. I'm still tripping off Ice Cube. The first verse, the way it kicked off, is pack. Jiggers don't know how to act. We the max. VIP in the back. Lil Jaheim and Alicia out here. Legendary. Ice Cube, you know you wrong, but way to get that promo off. Look that up if you get a chance. Legendary. Red A said he out here from New Zealand. That's what I'm talking about. I gotta hit up New Zealand. What y'all be eating out there? What's the food like? I know y'all out there by like Australia. Check your boy out knowing the lay of the land. I just need to know, is the food hitting? And as long as the food hitting and it ain't no racism, I can't. It's bad enough here, y'all. Can't do none of the racism. Now we got a great show for y'all tonight. I'm gonna talk about what we getting into or what we got into. Had a great weekend coming off the holiday. Happy Memorial Day or belated. Shout out to all the all of the veterans, all my peoples that have served or provided service. That are no longer. Shout out to my just all the fallen soldiers. That said, Memorial Day is usually the unofficial start to the summer, which means you got if you ain't swole, if you ain't tight the way you need to be, get to work. You can still be out there floating in your leopards like me, and by the end of June, if you can get cut up by the 4th of July, you in the mix. That's my personal feeling. You gotta be right by 4th of July, cause that's when you're gonna be doing all your traveling. That's when you're gonna be out there with the baddies. You know what I mean? June take a little bit of adjusting. But you gotta get right. Don't slack on your pimping. Listen, y'all, let me just tell you something, because I'm in the midst of my transformation. If you can get right, the world is your oyster. If you can get right, the world is your oyster. All the baddies gonna be, the mind is gonna be unlocked. It's like unlocking the new level. When you unlock that level, I don't know what games y'all play. You unlock that on GTA. You unlock that on Call of Duty. There's nothing like unlocking new levels. You gotta unlock that baddie level, cause they ain't paying attention for you right now, cause you got that bacon on your back. But if you cut the bacon off your pan, you get swole, you get in shape for yourself first, because that's going to create that's going to solidify the confidence. But you get in shape, you're going to be able to, they're going to see you. They're going to do this right here. When the baddie do this, noise included, now you know you in the mix. Now me, I like to keep it 100 with y'all. 50 and 50. For me, when you unlock that, all your other skills get better. Just think about when, you know how when you small, you work on your dribbling skills, your ball handling, and then you get taller, oh, now you go into the league. That's what it's like. Imagine me, charming young brother from the burbs, in cooperation with that muscle that defined cheekbones and jawlines. Now he's a problem. That's how you got to get. All right. So I say that to you, encouraging you to get right for the summer. Now, as I said, Memorial Day, the unofficial weekend, but we kick it off with the cookouts. You know what I mean? We kick it off having a great time, and I was fortunate enough to spend that with the family, with the fam. It's a family reunion. Kicking it off with the family. Shout out to my cuz for allowing your boy to get out, you know what I mean, come up to his home, to his domicile. And break bread. Got to see some cousins I ain't seen in a while. Seen the aunties. Seen Uncle Sonny Man drinking his Pepsi with the bougie leg cross. Not the I'm about to go in the basketball game, but the Pat Bev. I said, go ahead, Uncle Sonny Man. Still got a mean. I would call it a curl. I guess I would call it a curl. Sabrina. Shout out Sabrina Holder, one of my music peers in music exec world. Happy to see you. Always love when you're posting the tools for the artists. It's been a lot of great literature and information. And for those like, why are you talking about music? For those who are new, I'm Ceddy P. Should introduce myself first. Your bald-headed friend, artist manager, owner of Renaissance Music Records, playlist curator, music professional. In addition, I do some other things. Firefighter. You know what I mean? Community advocate. Just try to be a good person. But I bring that up because, like I said, I'm in the music business. Been in the music business about 10 years. But I'm constantly on the prowl, looking for tools, looking for resources, looking for information for both my label, Renaissance Music, but also to help the current rising artists. And Sabrina and her husband, shout out Q, are huge resources in the music industry on how to help you grow and develop as an artist and brand. So good to see her in here as well. But finishing up what I was saying, it was great to see my peoples. Great to see Uncle Sonny Man, Aunt Julia, see Shay, Quana. See they young children growing. We the mature party now. Now they got the young kids out there running around. You guys got to sit down, but you say it with love. Now, in addition to Memorial Day weekend, we also had the Memorial Day massacre in reference to basketball, as the New York Knicks have again destroyed another team. This time it's not my team, thank God. Beating the Cleveland Cavaliers in 4 to advance to the NBA Finals. Ain't this a B? The Knicks are in the finals. I know. Anything is possible. You gotta believe, as we say here. You gotta believe. But Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart and the gang, Karl Anthony Towns, they have moved on and await the winner from tonight's game, or tonight's series between Oklahoma City and the San Antonio Spurs, to see who they will face in the championship. Do you have a winner? Do y'all have a horse in the race? A dog in the fight? Who are you expecting to win the championship? I posted on Twitter today, I said the Knicks have a black coach, a bald coach, 2 stars from New Jersey, a left-handed star, and I still ain't rooting for them. Can't do it. Won't do it. 6 is full life, baby. Y'all got us this year. Playas F up. It's craziness. But yes, they continue on, and I'm gonna give some props to them later on in the show. But I'm just still amazed. But then lastly, I was fortunate enough to attend a community event today, speaking to the kids. Went to the Boys and Girls Club as part of the organization TAAFFA. Shout out TAAFFA for the Trenton African American firefighters. Got to speak to the kids, giving them some instruction about both life and the potential of being a firefighter, if that's what you're into. You know me, I like to try to balance both and just let the kids know that you have options, but continue to work on your vision and use these careers as a resource and an opportunity to help take care of your family, acquire some things, go on a trip or two, pay your bills, but also give you the space to pursue your passion. Because life without purpose, I don't wish it for nobody. Now, we're going to go ahead and get into the show. Last week we talked about Ceddy's recipe being introduced to the black women. Major introduction. My boy, shout out MIM Entertainment in the building. And brother, first of all, while you're here, let me first tell you, I've seen your message. Your boy got a little distracted. That's that bald-headed. There's be a lot going on in here. But I'm definitely going to respond and engage further with your message and proposal. So, but thank you for reaching out to your boy, and thank you for staying real. You've been down since Chris been Brown. But like I said, we had a great show last week. Talked about Max B. Talked about, like I said, introducing the young brothers to black women, and the bald-headed logic. Well, last week you're lacking because you're slacking, and we're going to go ahead and get into the bald-headed logic for this week. All right. Now, tonight's bald-headed logic, gonna keep it real simple. Make the most. Make the most. Seize the day. Carpe diem. Shout out to all my Latin lovers. You gotta make the most. I was fortunate enough to listen to the speech from one of the fire captains earlier today. Shout out Captain Harris, one of the good brothers there. Despite his poor math and poor decision making, all jokes, Captain Harris graduated from Lincoln University, the second HBCU. Oh, my boy in here. Shout out my boy Reek. You gotta believe. YGB gang in here. Oh, got the good brother Miguel AM13, aka Capitan. Welcome. If this your first time on either both the YouTube or the IG, because you know we doing that dual streaming, drop the emoji with the sunglasses. But Captain Harris was speaking some real, and he was talking to the youth, the kids, about time. He asked the kids, if I gave you $86,400 right now, what you do to it? I was like, damn, that's hella specific. So the kids is answering. He said, I give something to my mama. You know what I mean? Put something on the mortgage. The kid said, let me put something on the mortgage. My boy Dre gonna be like, you rent. He gonna like, you rent. Always hating. He always hating. But Captain Harris took it and he flipped it on him. He said, he asked the kids, now how many seconds in a day? There's always one smart brother in the group that know what's going on. He said, 86,400. Speak up. Speak with your chest. Speak with your chest. And he said, that's right. That's right. And he's like, if you look at your time as if it was money, you would consider it and you would use it more wisely. You would consider it more valuable. And he was right. I said, damn, is the brother speaking to me? Did he see me get up at 8 o'clock this morning? Dude, you don't know my struggle. But I said, you're right. Make the most of your time. You got to seize the day, especially if you out here and got some dreams and aspirations. Don't be out here talking about, oh yeah, I'm trying to get this money, or I'm out here trying to, go to the league. I'm out here trying to get cut, or I want to be such and such. I want to do this. Not if you out here chilling. No. Now I, as a mature young man, are continuing to understand the importance of balance in your life. There's a time for everything, but when it's time to, what we say on the fire department, when it's time to work, it's time to work. Don't be lollygagging. Get your ass up, get to work. Make the most. All right, make the most of your time. So share that with your peoples. Share that with your loved ones. Make the most of your day. All right. Shout out to my good brothers from TAAFFA. Shout out Captain Harris. Shout out the whole gang. Shebang. Now, let's move on. I'm going to quickly hit y'all with When I Send You This. When I Send You This, we're going to talk about some new waves that's out, some new music that we listening to. I got to quickly shout out my homies from Genius R Us for inviting your boy, yours truly, in June, Black Music Month. I will be a part of their artist conference. I will be on the listening panel, so listening to some new artists submit their music, giving feedback. Now y'all know how I am about feedback. I likes to keep it real, but I want to keep it to a place where we can help the kids grow. My boy in here, my artist Cheek the Prophet. Cheek, what's good? If you not tapped in, shame on you. Tap into that new single, Rebel in the Night, being featured on Titles, East Coast, that new East Coast playlist. Oh yeah. Don't think this is a local thing. This ain't local, baby. You heard me talking about the kid that was my boy on YouTube. He trying to get us to pull up in New Zealand. We international. But yes, my boy Cheek the Prophet in the building, and we got some exciting performances en route, but that's on the hush hush. You got to subscribe to get that info. Now, continuing on, as I was saying, we're gonna hit you with that When I Send You This, and then we're gonna get into the new waves. Now, tonight we, for the first time ever, are gonna do a remix of a When I Send You This. For those who are unfamiliar with When I Send You This is when we take a celebrity and highlight them as if we were sending a picture of them to the group chat. Now, there's two different group chats. You send it to the Playas group chat versus if you was texting the baddie. You know what I mean? And when in the past we've done several people like Martin Luther King, T.I., Simone Biles, yada yada. Now, last week we did Cheyenne Bryant. And if you missed it, like I said, if I send you a picture of Cheyenne Bryant, that lets you know I ain't got to prove a damn thing. All right? So, but go see last week's episodes for that. Now, we're doing the first ever remix. We are doing a part 2. We're bringing back a picture. We're bringing back a celebrity. Tonight's When I Send You This is our good friend, James Harden. James. Jimmy, if you will. I hate to pick on you, but Playas F up. Now, tonight, if I send a picture of James Harden to the Player group chat, that means you still gotta pay me. You still gotta pay me. No, I didn't show up on time. I said I was going to give you 20 minutes. I gave you 15. Everything ain't land. But you still gotta pay me for my time. That's just the nature of the beast, baby. I'm just keeping it real. James said, game, important game. You still gotta pay me. Now, if I send a picture of James Harden to the baddie, That means I know I said I was going to go crazy tonight. I know I said I was going to break you off, but I ain't got it tonight. I ain't got it. I ain't got it. You gonna have to look at some old highlights, cause I ain't got it tonight. You waiting for the step back. You waiting for the Euro. I ain't got it tonight, baby. We joke with the beard. James Harden, one of the left-handed bandits. Turn your freaky down. Turn your freaky down. But, you know, poor performance from James and the Cavaliers. And if I was to talk to James, I don't know James, so maybe that, you know, that's why I would say these things. But I would say, James, brother, don't be garbage and then come in there and act like nothing happened. It doesn't make it better. I can't really recollect, especially since I'm on camera. I damn sure can't recollect me ever having a poor performance in the sheets like the Isley brothers. But if I did, I ain't gonna sit here and tell Booski, I ain't gonna tell Bay, hey, analytically, I broke you off. Cause now you're talking crazy. As I told y'all last week, delusion can fuel rocket ships. My cousin Shay Shay was talking about it. She said, you got to be delulu out here. I said, you're right. You are right. But don't come in here after we all watched the games. Stevie Wonder called me and said, James is playing bad. If Stevie can see it, damn it, you gotta see it too. But let's move on. I don't like to kick the black man while he's down. Can I kick the black man while he's down? That's not what I do. That's not what we do here at Keepin It Playa. We strive. Lord have mercy. My bad, gotta get that. I'm the signature dude. Don't know no Drake. Don't listen to no Drake. But I'm socially aware. Gotta play it when the baddies around. I'm gonna be sitting in there. Shebang. Something in the, where does it go? My head. Don't know none of the lyrics. But I'm socially aware. I done already seen the clips. The girls are already posting it. I seen that what's that baddie name? The shorty that be at the wrestling events. I seen her posting her content. I said, okay, write it down. Drake, Shebang, Janice. Shut the. You got to go in there talking crazy. Yeah, I love that Janice. Shut the hell up. It's not shut the hell up, Cedric. I was close, baby. Whatever gets you in the game. Ceddy, you like that new Drake? Yeah. Line my ass off. Whatever it takes, like Quest say. That's how you gotta move. Utilize your resources. Now, let's move. Brother Beans. Brother. Man, you gonna turn around, you're not gonna look. Boy, I tell you. Shout out to my dog / executive producer Beans. He love to scratch and claw in the back. Brother. Sir. Then you know how when a bad driver go crazy, you know how when a bad driver go crazy, and then when you pull up next to him so you can look at them and get ready to cuss them out, they don't look, they keep straight forward. That's Beans. He know he hear me. Yeah, I'm talking about you, fool. Let's move on. Let's talk. Matter of fact, let me put some of that cheek on. Get my mind right. Word, man. Word. He acting crazy. That ain't my thing. Don't act like you don't hear me now. Now, quickly want to share with y'all a couple of new waves that I've been listening to. So 2 new records, and one to show proof to the rising artists and the independent artists that there is discovery on social media. I picked one that I found through Instagram. But the first record that I want to share with y'all is a record called Gin and Juice from the artist Drody featuring Les. Now, I happen to be an avid Les listener. Shout out to, Quest put me on. But this artist Drody, who's Texas, tapped in with the Mexican OT, got a record featuring Les, came across my release radar, called Gin and Juice, sampling the famed song from Snoop Dogg, and also featuring the Money on My Mind, Mind on My Money, Money on My Mind bar from Snoop. But the record it's a smooth, it's bop, make you want to go out here and get that bread. Love that. I really enjoy that record. I've been tapped into that, and Les gonna bring it home with the real rap. You know what I mean? So I really did like that record. Thought that was fire. And so if Drody is spelled Drodi, and Les $LE. And so yeah, tap into that if you get a chance. The other record that I have been hearing, which is refreshing and really executes well on a lot of the elements that we talk about in the music industry in terms of how to promote yourself and how to create visibility, is this new record, Miss Jackson, from young man from the young artist Young Rado. Okay, now Young Rado is a young artist that I happen to come across. I don't know if that's the Explore page or just scrolling on Instagram. And the song, he's I believe he's 9. But the young man got some great content, some video content. He's singing, and man, I don't even know what I would compare him to. It's like early New Edition, like when they was kids meets Dirk. I don't know, like you know what I mean? It's because it's very sing-songy, and gives you the feel of the streets as far as the kind of the trap R&B, but he's singing about things within his appropriate age range, talking about puppy love and the way it come on, man. She called my phone, I don't pick up. The boy got he got something. And you see all the kids, you getting all the cosigns from SZA and all these other artists. And again, what I will say is something to always keep in mind. Been having this conversation a lot lately. I talked about it a little bit on Twitter. I've talked about it on the show before about how to navigate and what is really taking place out here in the music industry. As far as the main artists that find your algorithm, find your feed, have some sort of backing. That being said, they got that backing through creating visibility on their own and breaking through and learning how to create content that is relatable and interesting. And the video caught my attention, and I'm definitely interested to see how far this young man goes. Seems like he's working with his family as his managers, and it's gonna be really, really dope if he continues, because it seems they have an understanding of how to work the social media. But yeah, man, real dope. The record. You know, to see at the end of the day, man, I want to encourage all the artists, because it really is a lot to process and a lot to do. You have to take this as a no days off type of job, that you're growing every day, you're learning every day, you're applying every day. But when you see it happen, you can't either hate and you can't get overwhelmed. You got to use what you see and start to put it all together. I've been I'll speak about her a little bit more later, the artist, but you're seeing a lot of dope people just really learn how to navigate this social media, flip that into opportunities outside of socials, and it's really dope. I'm gonna play a little bit of that record so y'all can hear it, though, even though I'm rocking with this. This is my song from Manny Wells. Shout out to my peoples over at 24/7. But let me play a little bit of this record. She called my phone, I don't pick up. I call her friend, her mom pick up. She said, why do you done messed around and broke my daughter's heart? I say, Miss Jackson, she be capping, let me take it from the start. Keisha told me that she like me, cause she like the Marcus too. Not the Marcus! I ain't know what else to do. That was bogus, cause she really had me looking like a fool. It's so smooth, man. Shout out to the team. And like I said, homie is the records are associated with the company Empire. Let's see the link from them, but this is dope for real. Yeah, man. I really, like I said, I rock with this joint for real. Yeah, man. Yeah, they got something over there. But all right, y'all. Let's bring this show home, man. Finish strong. Hit y'all with some Speak My Truth. Get into the play and baddie of the week. And finish with a Ceddy's recipe to send you home well read and well fed. Now tonight, Speak My Truth, though it is a battle for myself and the others, I want to say this to both keep it real, as well as to encourage people to get up, and do their own thing. But in 2026, especially with the prices, fast food low-key weak right now, y'all. Fast food is weak. I don't know if it's just the part of the journey that I'm on right now, but there's nothing more frustrating. You going like, man, I'm hungry. I need to get something to eat, and you gotta make that run because it's either late or you done had a long day. And you don't have the desire to go and chef it up, so you make that mistake. Like, let me run to such and such, whatever your place is. You eat that meal, and the minute you eat that meal, one of two things happens, right? First, you're either disappointed. Or it puts you to sleep. Then you wake up, you're like, how does food put me to sleep? Food too heavy. I can speak about this now because all my peoples, they retired, they done moved on. I remember one time, man, we was at the firehouse, and Gorgaki, what's good? Welcome. But anyway, we at the firehouse. We're like, yo, what we eating for dinner? We gonna cook? No, man, it's a little bit too late for that. Let's go to Popeyes. Man, we went to Popeyes. Me, Cap, who's now, he retired as Chief, so we call him, give him his just due. Me, Chief, Uncle Phil, and my boy Richie Rich. Man, we all got some Popeyes. Came back, ate that Popeyes. When I tell you, we was down bad, bro. Knocked out. And I'm still young. I'm still in my prime. You know what I mean? I'm the young guy. Boy, we was knocked out. Everybody went to their corner. Lil Ron, what's good? How you feeling, player? I said, yo, we should never be eating nothing this heavy. Don't let nothing have popped off. We would have been down bad. You hear me? And this is not a one-time occurrence. This is how that food be. I be like, hey man, it's weak. Can't keep doing this. And I don't want that for y'all, especially for y'all, those that's trying to get right. I want y'all to be able to control the narrative. Eat your fast food when you want to. And if you, hey man, I want some Chick-fil-A today. All right, so be it. But man, listen, y'all. Right now, the fast food game is weak. Don't even be hitting like that. It's maybe because I'm an adult and I got adult taste buds now. It could also be that, being in the music industry, all my friends, they bougie. They be posting all they Ceddy meals. And I gotta stay elevated. Because, if you ever trying to spend a little quality time with somebody, you can't be, hey man, let's go to you ever had checkers? They do. They be like, checkers? Bitch, we play chess. I can see a baddie saying that too. Hey, yo, I'm on. You feel like it's some checkers? Girl. We chess over here, baby. Everybody got money. Everybody only eat, sushi from the Fiji mountains. You be like, what, bitch? The Fiji Mountains? What is that? I'm just to quickly, as I said, what to close. Yeah, y'all. I highly recommend. I was talking to my mom the other day. I was like, yeah, mom, I wanna. We saw ironically a commercial for Popeyes, and she was like, I forgot what it was. It was a commercial for. But I was like, yeah, mom, I like to. I feel accomplished. I feel way more satisfied when I cook the food. I just want, I want to do it more often. But because I just like, excuse me, I hate being dissatisfied with financially and taste bud wise with a meal. I do not like that. But what I was getting ready to say, now that we close that up, is and shout out to those who just are, again, self-aware. In this new phase of my life, and where I'm out, here observing, if you will, who I like to spend time with, and who I like to be around. It's like, I'm just like, I don't want to say I'm middle class with my behaviors. It's like I'm slightly above. Like, I like a little bit of class. I like some class with my shit. You know what I mean? I like classy establishments. I don't like to overpay for. I just want, you know what I mean? Like, I'm willing to pay for a quality experience, but it should be worthy, and it doesn't define me. Like, it doesn't. I don't feel like, oh man, I have to go to these places to feel like I'm a quality person. I'm a man, bro. Like, we have a meal prepared by a chef and all that. That's dope. I'd be just as fine with what my girl what AKA Amanda used to say. I like wings. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, I'm from Jersey, man. I'm cool. Just having a good time with it, just good food. It don't gotta be all that. I do like to get up to the 9 a little bit, but that ain't me all the time. I'm good in every hood. I like to enjoy myself at home, as well in the, at the bougie places. But in the society that we in now, it's really hard because it's like, man, when I know it's social media, I understand that it's curated, but it be very curated. I'll be like, damn, y'all curate every day. And so when I look at the ilk of people that I like to be around, I'll be like, damn, man, I don't know if I want to be on 10 like that every single day. I like to chill sometimes. As far as just like being in the mix with my peoples. Man, I see a lot of people. I was talking to the homies. I was like, yo, man, I don't even see people at the cookouts with their family no more. Like, they just be going to like curated events. Like, you used to cook out with your family. Like, I'm very family oriented. Like, that's fun to me. Being with your boys, being with your peoples. Everybody's like, gotta go to the, I gotta be at a festival and all this shit. Like, I'm like, bro, man, where's your family at, B? So, it's a different space out here, man. I definitely think you gotta continue to try to find out what works for you. Just put it like that. Now, let's close the show. Let's celebrate the play and the baddie of the week. And if y'all are interested, I'll give y'all beans better tonight. If not, we'll just hit that Ceddy's recipe. Now, playing the baddie of the week, man, as much as it pains me, boy. This is pain. This is real pain right here. But the player of the week, I have to give it to the Ops. None other than star New York Knicks guard Jalen Brunson. Oh, damn, that hurt. But Jalen Brunson, point guard for the New York Knicks, he has shown time and time again that he is clutch, that he is enough, as they like to say, I am enough. He received a lot of criticism and ridicule when he initially signed. I wouldn't even say criticism, but critique when he signed with the New York Knicks back in 2024, I believe it was 2023, 24. And people was like, man, this ain't going to move the needle. And in his time as the star of the New York Knicks guard, people are already, kind of putting him up there as one of the greatest Knicks players of all time. But he's gotten them to the conference finals last year, got them to the finals this year, and along with the help of his teammates. But that is a testament to him too, because he signed an extension early, sacrificing hundreds of millions of dollars to allow his teammates to be re-signed and keep the team together. And moves like that have allowed them to get to this level. Now, in addition to being smart and those sacrifices off the court, on the court, the brother is aggressive, and he has shown why he is until further notice, the best point guard in the East. The best point guard in the East. And given the Knicks, it's just again crazy to say, an opportunity. They are just 4 wins away from being champions, something they have not done in 53 years. Ain't been to the championship in 27. So, Jalen, shout out to you. You got my timeline and my feed all messed up. Everybody's a Knicks fan now. I see my boy, one of the YGB, he posting, yeah, man, we prayed for times like this. I was like, man, you was a T-Mac fan. The audacity. But respect. Everybody had a time, because y'all are the inspiration right now. Because when the Sixers get to the finals, I will act the same. As for the baddie of the week, I want to celebrate another Jersey legend, rising Jersey legend, and that is R&B singer known appropriately as The Artist. Now, I'm proud to have seen the growth and the rise of The Artist. You know what I mean? The Artist is a singer who has really been making her way. And shout out to my boy Zuras, who works on the team, and Fame, who I know via social media as a manager. But they have worked diligently, created great music, and now are getting major shine, both being highlighted on the DSPs, but more importantly, being selected to join Kalani on tour. So this is big. I'm proud. I had a chance to meet The Artist at damn, where did we meet at? I'm drawing a blank. What festival is that? Nah, I'm drawing a blank. That's crazy. When I remember, I'll tell y'all. That's wild. I literally forgot what the name of that festival is. But I had the chance. I was down there. This is when I was with when I was managing South by Southwest. Damn, I could, man, bald headed. I met the artist at South by Southwest at the Party Next Door concert. That's where it was. Just briefly, just wanted to show love, and but they have really, been on a roll, and it's dope because I recognize the artist as one of those who's transcending, because when I see civilians, it's hard to recognize sometimes as a music professional who's really making moves, because your algorithm can be curated and it can seem like somebody's making crazy moves, but it's just like they just dominating your feed. When I start to see civilians posting these artists, that's when I start to recognize, okay, they're extending beyond. And I know the lines do blur. I know we got a lot of Twitter A&Rs, as they're called, and everybody, but for the civilians to recognize you and be playing your music, that means to me you are making some real headway, and that's to be admired. I seen a homie of mine posted about the artist and listening to their music and how excited they was for them to go on concert with Kehlani. So real dope, and I want to shout out their team, because their team is an example. It's like it's several of them on their team, but they work together to really continue to promote and elevate the artist. If you're unfamiliar, go check out her music. Really dope. And tap in. You know what I mean? But kudos to everything that y'all are doing right now. It's real dope. Now, I feel like finishing up the show. I feel like closing shop. So I want to hit y'all with a Ceddy's recipe. Ceddy's recipe, one of my favorite segments, is when we get to enjoy and celebrate the customs of yesteryear from the black community, and we share it with the Gen Z, the Gen Y, to allow them to continue to reintegrate these customs. All right, in the past we have mentioned such traditions. We've mentioned such traditions as not splitting the pole, Uno, kitchen talk, the phrase God is good, among others. But tonight's recipe is in another phrase that is so commonly used, and that phrase is what had happened. What had happened was, and for me, a really great phrase. A phrase that has multiple functions. It could be the beginning of a lie. It could be a buffer to get your story together. It could be the setup for a great story that's about to ensue. But just understand, if somebody says what had happened was, brace yourself. Put the seatbelt on, because something foolish is about to ensue. And you be like, what? Now, I'll try to help you to decipher when or what is the use of the phrase what had happened. What had happened was, if you're asking your kids who broke this, and the first thing that they say what happened was, that's a lie. Anytime you are presenting someone to someone where they're about to get into trouble, or there's some questioning or some issue, some money gone, something like that, and somebody says what had happened was, that is a lie. That is following what is about to happen. Now, when what had happened is used in the midst of your friends telling you a story about some controversy, some foolishness. But what had happened is to keep you engaged. It's also some sazon, some seasoning for the story. So what is being told to you is probably a little exaggerated, but it's usually the truth. Okay? Now, if the person telling you the story is included in the story, they about to really exaggerate with this, because they involved and they have to absolve themselves from all wrongdoing. So it'd be like, yo, me, what happened was me. All right, you lying. It's almost, it borders on lying, but it's like, all right, you about to kind of skew this a little bit. But no matter in any circumstance, it's still necessary, and it's great storytelling. But bring back what happened was. Now, I hope that y'all have enjoyed yourself. I thank y'all for being with me for the night, enjoying yourself, having a good time as we like to do here. All right. But in the meantime, we'll be back next week. Y'all know what we do. Even if I pull up on y'all prior, y'all pull up on me. But make sure y'all continue to watch, like, share. And if you're not already subscribed, subscribe. All right? But enjoy y'all night. Kick it. Beans. Chill, my boy. Chill. But y'all know what it is. This is your boy, Ceddy P. And until next time, keep it real. Beans. Brother, you tripping. All right, let's try this again. Beans. Stop. This is your boy, Ceddy P. And until next time, keep it blessed. Keep it real.